Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So this is an ASMR video. We're going to look at the different results across lots of different leagues. At the moment in Europe only. I can do North American ones as well, but they are finished until about the springtime, March. So we'll just look at the European leagues. We'll start this one with the Premier League, and then we'll have a little look at the other European leagues as well. I was watching the big match this evening between Inter and Napoli in Serie A in Italy. So we'll talk a little bit about that later on. But first let's start with the Premier League. It's been difficult to know when to do a video, sorry guys, because I was waiting for the matches to finish and then I realised they started back up again like 2 days later. So yeah, I'm just going to do a video now and we'll try and cover all the results. So that's the table at the minute. It's looking kind of curious. Arsenal have got an 8-point lead, but Man City have got a match coming up, I believe, against Chelsea. I thought it was going to be tonight, but it's not, so it must be tomorrow night. I'll have a look. Man United are doing really well. They're up to 4th. Newcastle obviously having an amazing season. And yeah, Arsenal, hopefully they'll buy a striker. They really missed one against Newcastle yesterday. I watched that live at the time. Liverpool 5 points adrift of Tottenham, who are in that 5th place. Fulham up to 7th, Brighton 8th, Brentford 9th, Chelsea all the way down in 10th, and Nottingham Forest, with their result this evening, we'll take a look at it, are for the first time, like since week 1, not in the relegation zone, and I said it would happen. They're finding their feet. I've watched them a couple of times already this year, and I think they're looking a lot better. However, I've just noticed Everton are in the relegation zone, so I wonder, is Frank Lampard going to get sacked? Has he been sacked by the time you see this video? Leave a comment. Okay, so it's difficult to know where to even begin. Maybe I'll start. I don't think I can do all those results. So we left off on the 13th of November. We've had, I'll just pick out some results for you. So Everton have had a torrid time apart from one good result against Man City, getting a draw away from home. I think I read a stat that said Fulham have won every game since the World Cup. And Newcastle have not lost either, including a sensational result, perhaps defensive performance I could say, against Arsenal last night. So, Brentford 2, Tottenham 2, Crystal Palace 0, Fulham 3, Leicester 0, Newcastle 3, Everton 1, Wolves 2, who scored for Wolves, Potenza and Nouri. Southampton 1, Brighton 3, Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3, West Ham 1. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 0. Bournemouth have not been doing well. Man United 3, Nottingham Forest 0. I watched that match. It was a bit harsh. I thought Nottingham Forest didn't deserve to lose 3-0. Leeds 1, Man City 3. West Ham 0. They're also doing quite badly since the World Cup. Brentford 2, who are doing brilliantly. Liverpool 2, Leicester 1. 2 on goals from Wout de Vaas, if I remember correctly. A bit harsh on him. I like him actually. Then we've got Man United 1, Wolves 0. Brave performance from Wolves. Everton, Man City 1, all I said. Fulham 2, Southampton 1. Southampton have lost all their games as well, I think. Newcastle 0, Leeds 0. Bournemouth 0, Crystal Palace 2. Brighton 2, Arsenal 4. I think that's Brighton's only loss. Tottenham 2, Tottenham 0, Aston Villa 2. I watched that game live. Aston Villa were they brilliant? No, I think they were just alright. Another team on that evening would have ripped Tottenham apart. I don't know what was up with them. And then Nottingham Forest won, Chelsea won. I watched that game as well. Nottingham Forest deserved to win, actually. Chelsea were lucky. Brentford 3, Liverpool 1. Sensational result for Brentford. Arsenal Newcastle 0-0. Fulham 1, Leicester 0. Mitrovic again with the goal. Everton 0, Brighton 4. So dark times for Everton at the moment. Man United 3, Bournemouth 0. Southampton 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Really important result. Awoniyi, assist by my Welshman Brennan Johnson, who was man of the match. Leeds 2, West Ham 2. Oh, okay, West Ham have got a point. It's their first point in some time. Aston Villa 1, Wolves 1. Wolves are just starting to take over a little bit, aren't they? They're getting the odd point here and there. And then Tottenham 4, Crystal Palace 0. That's a really good result for Tottenham at the minute. Keeps them in the hunt for the top 4. 2 goals from Kane, 1 from Doherty, who's getting a lot better in the recent games, and Son at last has scored. He must be quite relieved. And there we are. Tomorrow is Chelsea versus Man City, so I'll probably be watching that one. And then Fulham against Chelsea a week later, so I think this weekend must be FA Cup in England. Okay, let's look at La Liga, which I think has resumed. 38 points each at the top for the big two, Barcelona and Real Madrid. Real Sociedad still in third, Atletico in fourth, my Athletic Club from the Basque Country in fifth, and Betis in sixth. Sevilla still in the relegation zone, however. Have they played? Yeah, they did play just after Christmas, so they played Girona 2, Rayo Vallecano 2, Betis and Athletic Club 0-0, Atlético Madrid Elche 2-0 to Atleti, Getafe 2, Mallorca 0, Celta Vigo 1, Sevilla 1, they're both down the bottom, Cádiz and Almería 1-0, Real Valladolid 0, Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1, Espanyol 1, Villarreal 2, Valencia 1, and Real Sociedad 2, Osasuna 0. I think there was a racist incident in this match. The fans said something to Vinicius Jr. when he came off on the 88th minute and was walking to the touchline, so hopefully the Spanish FA take that seriously and charge the fans. Okay, so I said I was looking at Serie A earlier on. Napoli have been runaway the best team, however, if I show you, tonight they lost their first match in the whole of the season so far. They were invincible up until now, but their Achilles heel is away to Inter in the San Siro. They've lost there the last 5 years in a row, and Inter have pushed themselves into the top 4, now only 3 points away from City rivals Milan, who are in second place. Juventus much improved in recent weeks, now up to third. They were lingering around 8th for a long time. Roma and Lazio, the two Roman clubs, in 5th and 6th. Let's look at some results. Okay, so the first round of matches. Salernitana 1, Milan 2, Sassuolo 1, Sampdoria 2, Spezia 2-2 with Atalanta, who are in free fall after being second for most of the first part of the campaign. I didn't even see them on the... Where are they? Oh, 7th. Torino 1, Hellas Verona 1, Roma 1, Bologna 0, Lecce beating Lazio 2-1, Fiorentina drawing with Monza 1-1, Cremonese 0, Juve 1. Who scored the goal? Milik, Arkadiusz Milik in the 91st minute. Inter beating Napoli, rolling back the years, Dzeko, who looked superb all Udinese drew with Empoli 1-1. Okay, let's have a look then at the Bundesliga. I think they're on a break. Yeah, so they're not back until the end of January. They always have a winter break in Germany, so nothing from the Bundesliga to update you on. What about the Eredivisie? Nope, they're not back yet either. And Liga definitely are back. So PSG now only 4 points. They had a shock result. We'll look at that in a second. And I think it was Toulon's, so they've closed the gap. It's now only 4 points at the top. Marseille are in third. Rennes still fighting in fourth. I think they had a bad result the other day. And Monaco now up to fifth. Still expecting more from Lille in seventh, Lyon in eighth, and Nice in 11th. Okay, let's have a look. So, last round of matches. We've had a couple actually, look. So, Ajaccio beating Angers, who are bottom of the table and really struggling, which is a shame, 1-0. Troyes and Nantes 0-0. Monaco won 3-2 away at Auxerre. Lille beat Clermont Foot 2-0 away. PSG beat Strasbourg 2-1 with a 96th minute penalty from Mbappe. Something he seems to be enjoying doing quite a lot, scoring penalties way after the 90th minute. And Brest lost at home to Lyon 2-4. Then on the 29th, Montpellier beat Lorient away 2-0. Reims beat Rennes 3-1. Marseille beat Toulouse 6-1. And Nice drew with second place Lens 0-0. It's a good result actually for them. Okay, next round of matches then. So Monaco beat Brest 1-0. Angers lost 2-1 at home to Lorient. Nantes beat Auxerre 1-0. Toulouse beat Ajaccio 2-0. Lyon lost at home to Clermont Foot 1-0. And Lens beat Paris Saint-Germain 3-1 at home. Goals from Frankowski, Openda and Claude. Ekitike with the follow-up, with the consolation goal. But I think Neymar wasn't available. So Mbappe was up front, but he only got a rating of 6.8. And let's have a look who was on the bench then. Yeah, they missing a couple of players there. Obviously no Messi at the second, which doesn't help matters. Okay, so that's the French League. Is the Portuguese League back yet? Yes, it is. So look at that. So Benfica is still top, 5 points ahead of Porto. Braga is still in third, Sporting in fourth, and Casabia in fifth. The success story, the shock story for Portuguese football this year. Okay, so Friday 23rd of December there was a match, Rio Ave against Maritimo at 1-1. Portimonense lost at home to Casabia 2-1. Porto beating Arouca 5-1 with goals there from Taremi with a hat-trick, the Iranian. Gil Vicente beat Santa Clara 1-0 and Sporting beat Paços de Ferreira 3-0. Famalicão won away at Chaves 2-0. Vizela beat Vitória de Guimarães 3-0 at home. And Braga beat Benfica at home 3-0. Wow, that is a shocker. Goals from Ruiz and 2 from Horta. That's a big result in terms of the table. So Braga only a point away from second place. Amazing story if they could break the mould and get into the Champions League. In fact, they're in third, which is in the playoff for the Champions League, so they might actually break that glass ceiling in Portugal. How exciting. Okay, so Belgium. Have Belgium played? Yes, they have. Let's take a look at some of their results then. Cassiope beat Serang away 1-0. Gent drew at home to Liège 0-0. Mechelen drew at home to Cercle Bruges 1-1. Club Bruges drew at home to Lauve 1-1. Goals from Schukla and Nsingi in the 94th minute. Kortrijk beat Genk at home 1-0. And Sporting Charleroi lost at home to Anderlecht 1-0. Then Sint-Truiden beat Zulte Waregem 2-0. Westerlo drew with Royal Antwerp 3-all. Goals there from De Kuyper, Madsen, Vixel, Frey, Janssen and Stengs. What a comeback. It looks like they were 3-1 down. 2-0 at one point, then 2-1, then 3-1, and then they scored an 86th and an 88th minute to draw the match. Exciting. Okay, and the Scottish Premier League is back, and I think there have been loads of matches, so I'll just look at the last ones. Importantly, Celtic drew with Rangers 2-all. The top two going against each other, Kent and Tavernier, and Maeda and Furuhashi, the two Japanese players, 88th minute to get the draw. Killie drew 0-0 at home with St Mirren. St Johnstone lost at home to Dundee United 1-0. Aberdeen drew at home to Ross County 0-0. Livingston drew at home to Motherwell 1-1, and Hearts beat Hibs in the derby, the Edinburgh derby 3-0. 2 goals from Shankland and a goal from Humphreys. Wow, was that planned? The Edinburgh derby and the Glasgow derby on the same day. Crazy. Busy police force in Scotland that day. Okay, there have been 1,000 matches in the Championship, so I'll just look at the very recent ones. Burnley are still top. Cheeky win over my team Swansea on the way. Sheffield United a second. Blackburn third. Watford, Middlesbrough, Millwall. But basically, Swansea are down in 15th. 35 points, 1 win, and they could be up to 8th. So, yeah, anything can happen in this league at the minute. Last round of results were as follows. Blackburn 1, Cardiff 0. I watched that match. Cardiff were pretty bad. They need a striker, but they've got a transfer embargo, so I don't know how they're going to do it. Millwall 3, Rotherham 0. Blackpool 1-0 with Sunderland, who are having an impressive season. Huddersfield lost at home to Luton 2-1. Coventry, Bristol 1-0. Birmingham lost at home to Middlesbrough 3-1. They're having a good season. Swansea losing at home to Burnley 2-1 with goals from Madsen and Ollie Cooper. Wigan 1, Hull 4. West Brom 1, Reading 0. Norwich lost at home, sacked their manager. Watford winning there 1-0 with a goal from Bayo. Stoke 0, Preston 1, and QPR drawing with Sheffield United 1-0. Goals from Che and Egan in the 96th minute. Okay, let's have a look. I think some of the other leagues will be. I don't think this is. Oh no! So the Danish league is not back yet. Let's have a look at the Turkish league then. Yeah, they played today. They played quite a few times. Let's look at the most recent results then. So, Giresunspor 2, Gaziantep 1, Sivasspor 0, Galatasaray 2. Goals from Mertens and Yilmaz in the 95th minute. Besiktas 1, Adana Demirspor 0, Masuaku with a goal. Üranispor 2, Hatayspor 2. Fenerbahce 1 away from home, 2-1 at Antalyaspor. 2 goals from Batshuayi, 1 penalty. Is that Haji Wright? Haji Wright, the American international, scored for Antalyaspor. And Kasımpaşa 4, Alyanspor 1, Kayserispor 2, Fatih Karagümrük 4, Konyaspor 2, Sivasspor 2, Galatasaray 2, Ankaragücü 1. Goals from Yilmaz and Batafemi Gomi, former Swansea striker. And let's have a look. So, this is the Northern Irish Premier League that is back. Carrick Rangers 0, Crusaders 3, Portadown 0-0 with Duncannon Swifts, Linfield and Coleraine 0-0, Cliftonville 2, Larne 1, Ballymena United 2, Glentoran 0. 2 goals there, one from Graham and the other from Wade. Larne are joint top with Cliftonville at the second after 21 games. Then you've got the Welsh Premier League. There have been lots of games, but the most recent ones have been Flint and Connors Quay 0-0. Haverfordwest Pontypridd 1-1. TNS beat Airbus 8-0. Funny story about Airbus, we'll come back to it in a second. Not funny for them. TNS also beat Carnarvon 1-0. Penabont beat Airbus 2-0. And Pontypridd beat Bala 2-1. If you look at the Airbus UK fielded an ineligible player and lost 3 points, I think it was. They've only got 1 draw in the entire season, so they're on -2. And if it were to finish with them having minus points, I think it might be the first time in history in any of the top European leagues that a team has finished with minus points in the top level league. So let's hope they get a win, because that would be so embarrassing for Welsh football. Quite funny though. Okay, I know that the Swedish League is over and done with at the second, and which one is this? The Irish Premier League, which is also finished as well. There we are. Okay, so we're all caught up. Obviously, I'll do another video very, very soon, and hopefully the games will start being more regular and not,